Okay, yeah, I received some emails regarding the webcam that I did, The Power in Daily Life.
Okay.
And some people have said, Burt, you emphasize the fact that we should focus on what we want, not what we don't want.
Right.
He said, but the problem is, and quite a few people have said this, they said the problem is that I know what I don't want, but I don't know what I want. Okay. Now this is very interesting. First of all, I always write back and I says, well, if you don't know what you want, then you can have an idea what it is you want by knowing your preferences in relationship and work, leisure time, etc. But more importantly than preferences is that people are stuck in knowing what they want, truly want, because they do not realize that life is to experience, not just to learn, but more than that, is to experience. And the question is to experience what? And what we need to experience is not so much the study of books, although they are very good, but the study of our own feelings. Remember what we said, that
thinking and feeling.
Feeling is what it's all about. Yeah. Right. Yeah, thinking creates feeling. Okay, so the important thing is to be in touch, to experience all our emotions. Now, one thing also that people have said, well, I've become intimate with my feelings. I'm doing what you say, but feeling the feeling.
Yeah.
But I still keep getting caught in the negative feelings and the bad feelings. Okay. So what I'd like to emphasize here for those people who have raised these questions is that what we call bad feelings, okay, which are also an experience in our emotional body, are a yearning and a hunger of the soul to know itself. People are not aware of that. They say, oh, I had this fear, I'm trying to get rid of it. I have this anger. Anger, of course, is because you're not getting your own way. But what is your own way, you see? So people are stuck because there is a hunger to know more, to have more meaning in life, to have more fulfillment. But they are not in touch with who it is that wants this. In other words, we are not intimate with the feeling. Now, intimate with the feeling means intimacy, into me, see. To actually see what is taking place in you. So if you are feeling bad, negative, lonely, there's nothing wrong with that. We are here to experience these feelings as they are. First of all, when we feel this loneliness, this pain, this inadequacy, this insecurity, it is not wrong. I'm repeating this for those people that have asked. It is a hunger, it is a yearning, it is a need for the soul to know who it is, to know itself, because there's always a feeling of lack. But the problem occurs here, the block comes because there is also the feeling that I am experiencing this loneliness, which means I, Burt, or whoever the name is applying to itself, is feeling lonely. But the truth is that there is no such thing as personal self. And that's a big one. So what we're doing all the time by hanging on, by being stuck in these emotions, even though we think we are being intimate with them, is that we don't really want to deal with them as they are. So we make them real because we still want to keep our personal identity. But I am suffering. It is me that is having this. But it is a universal collective energy
that is suffering?
That not that is suffering, but we are hungry for that collective energy, for that I am, that we are.
Oh, I see, yeah.
Because that is love itself. When you are loving, when you are in love, there is a 0 point in you as a person. What I mean is that you have so much love in you that you forget yourself as a person.
Yeah.
And at that moment, you become one with whoever you are with, subject or object. You see?
Right.
Yeah. In that oneness, that's intimacy. So let's assume right now you're feeling very negative. You're feeling very sad, very lonely. Well, some of the things that we do in the beginning, you feel bad, so you feel bad for feeling bad.
Yeah.
So you wallow in it, you feel sorry for yourself, and you think, oh, poor me, I am lacking something. Now, intimacy means to get into that feeling, to experience it, which is the very purpose of life, is to experience life, to experience these feelings. When you experience this sadness, this thing that you are taking to be so personal, you'll find truly it is a collective energy. Most people suffer these feelings. Right. It is not personal at all. So therefore we need to get in touch with what is it that now is being impoverished in me. What is it in me? It could be that I'm not satisfied with my life, things are not going the way they want, but that's not important. The important thing is for me to feel that feeling without calling it bad, without making it wrong, and stay with the feeling. When I stay with the feeling totally, without trying to get rid of it, without even wishing it goes away, the moment I stay totally with it, you can feel it in your body, you'll find that there comes a point when you relax. Well, the moment you relax, you've taken away that hunger from the soul, because at that moment, the moment the body relaxes, it expands automatically.
Right.
You see, and it feels more of that universal I amness. As a matter of fact, intimacy will lead you automatically into a feeling of actual joy, a feeling of a beautiful, relaxed feeling. But what I'd like to do with you is if we can make it more experiential.
Okay.
Okay? Tell me of a feeling that you've had that might have been negative and personal. And all emotional feelings feel personal.
Okay, let's say guilt.
Okay, guilt. Very good. Incidentally, guilt is that universal darkness. Okay, everybody feels guilt. And guilt is what keeps you. Because another thing, people say, well, the opposite of love, they say, is hate or something like that.
Okay.
But hate, you see, you can hate for a reason. You can hate because they did something to you, whatever. But guilt is very insidious. Guilt is very, very subtle.
You don't
It's
always
there.
know. Yeah.
You don't always know why it's there. That's right.
Right. Okay.
There's a feeling that you're not good enough. There's a feeling that somehow you're missing something, you lack something. Right. There's a feeling of discomfort. Okay. So guilt eats away at you. Okay. So now, how would you experience guilt? Suppose you're feeling guilty now.
So say in the past, for example, I felt guilty for not performing academically well enough. Or say I felt guilty for what I thought was mistreating a friend or being unfair. And then these kind of feelings, they come to me and they'd stick in my mind. And I'd sort of get lost in them. You know what I mean? And the more I thought about it, the worse it would get. I kept trying to justify it. And these are some problems I've had over the past years, right?
Right.
And so the question that I had to ask myself was, I kept making myself wrong, and that was, I think, one of the basic questions. Right.
And when you make yourself wrong, how do you feel?
Horrible.
It's horrible, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Now that horrible feeling, can you put it in words? Can you describe it?
I can describe the effects. I mean, I don't want to get out of bed, but I can't. The feeling itself, it's like I said to you last time. It felt like a cloud around my chest area, like a darkness.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. Now this is how guilt actually feels, like a heaviness. Okay, something in your body. So the first thing we need to do in order for us to be intimate is first acknowledge the fact that there is a discomfort in the moment. we say that in the beginning so that we take responsibility for what we are feeling. In other words, the reason we suffer again is because we make it personal.